Okay, and we are live. This is a Brain to Books walkthrough on how to handle blog tours. Anytime there is a Brain to Books event, it's usually paired up with a blog tour. So I am your host, Angela B. Chrysler. I am founder of Brain to Books, and I'm going to go ahead and do a quick walkthrough to show you exactly how a walkthrough is done. So this is the Brain to Books landing page, homepage. We have a Brain to Books. This is an accumulation of who we are, what we are, and how to get in touch with us. We offer a number of services, including the Brain to Books blog tours. There are Brain to Books anthologies that are now coming out, and we have events. This is where the majority of our information and focus goes to, are the events. Right now we have the 2016 Brain to Books Book Blast, which is also paired up with the Brain to Books blog tours. Now, I'm going to show you how this works in the backstage. So let's say you are an author who wants a blog tour. You can go to contact, or you can email me directly, or you can go to my other website, angelabchrysler.com. There's contact information there. Either way, you get a hold of Brain to Books and you say, I want a blog tour. Let me show you. I'm going to go over here to, these are my Goodreads groups, and I have Brain to Books bloggers. This is a collection of bloggers who are literally on standby at the moment. I have 110 people. They are all bloggers, no authors. Some of them are both, but the focus here is bloggers. And basically what happens is I go through, we have a tour schedule, and somebody submits their information. And I actually have 3 pending requests right now. I've heard from Sharon Lippman, Mark Fine, and Colin Mooney, all of whom have requested blog tours. So basically, I take the information that they've provided. I need their name, their genre, their featured book title series, the date that they want the tour, and the email in which bloggers are to contact them. And I have additional notes free for any Pride Day. These are any additional information that would help the bloggers advertise, or a certain angle that they're looking for, possibly direct for their website. I then go over here, go back to the homepage on Brain to Books bloggers, and I hit tools and guidelines, and I hit broadcast a message to all members. And here I basically announce that we have blog tour requests, and I'm going to shout that out because it needs to stand out. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to go ahead and sign it here. Okay, and just like that, I just contacted 110 people, bloggers, letting them know there are 3 requests coming out. I usually see a 10% response rate from bloggers, and they usually come back and contact the authors, wanting to know exactly what they're needed and what information they need. So it's actually a relationship between author and blogger. Brain to Books just mediates and gets the hookup together. So the authors that come to Brain to Books immediately can be plugged into the bloggers as needed. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the tours that we had in the past. Let me just take a quick look here. I'm going to go over to the Cyber Convention because we have tours that were happening there, and they are still up and posted. So that's a great example of some of the tours that we built through the Brain to Books bloggers information. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find it quickly. All right, there is a fantasy tour. So let me just go quickly here. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to be as cut and dry as I had hoped. Okay, there was a romance tour. All right, let me check the archives. I may have already cleaned it up. This is what we call technical. Let's see here. And when I redo this video, I'm probably going to clip it out so that this part isn't here. Basically, in this case, what we do is we have a chain where it connects each blog to the other, so that when you start off somewhere, it immediately links it in a loop. So you might visit a number of tours or a number of websites, and at every stop you get new information. And of course it stays up for the duration of the website or the post. And under most case, there it is, right there it is. There's our blog tour. Okay, so this is one of our blog tours that we have set up. This is one we did for the 2016 Cyber Convention in April. We had a romance blog tour going on. So here is the link. We're going to start at stop 1. And here is stop 1. This is the post regarding the, let me see here. Let me see here. This is where the tour was featured. And at each one of these posts, there was a link that connected it to the next site. And from there, it looped all the way around. Here's proceed to stop 1. So it clicks on stop 1, and here is the Romance Erotica Love Blog Tour. And this is stop 1 of the tour. And then down here, there should be a click here to check out the next stop in the tour. And now we're on to the next stop in the tour. And this is stop 2. And this is, now we're focusing on the same authors. Now we're just going to go look at their auto bio, at their bios. And then, let me see here, there should be a link here that states onto the next stop right here. For more information, follow the next stop in the Brain to Books Romance Blog Tour. So we're going to click on this link, and it goes to the next link. And of course, this is my site. So this is the tour, and this showcases their books and interviews for the romance tour. So this is a themed tour where every stop shows something different with a theme in mind. And of course, in this case, it's the romance genre theme. Please take me to the next stop in the tour. And now we're back to the home where we started again. So this is one of those examples where this is one of the tours that we have. This is when there's multiple authors involved and the tour goes the full length. Another one that's very common, let me see if I can pull it up here now, is the tour that Jin Okubo puts together. And this is a tour that he puts together, Blog Tour Books. And he has somebody featured once a week. And sometimes it's the same information per post, and sometimes it links together. In his case, it does not link together. So it basically brings everybody into the same location. In this case, readers from Jin's site will see this, and they will be directed to purchase Karina Contessa's book or her website. And there's a number of people hosting this tour, so any one of those outlets will plug in and be directed to the same location. Whereas a loop tour is one where you follow the steps, as you saw with this one, with the romance tour that loops around. So there are a couple styles of blog tours, depending on which one you go with. We're going to head back to Brain to Books bloggers. So that's a theme tour. We have a featured author tour, which is usually when an author is featured solo. And those are the ones where when you put your request in, you're going to be the only author on that tour. And depending upon whether or not you want a loop tour or a theme tour, that is something you need to discuss with your bloggers, and it's something you need to plan as an author going in so that you're prepared. It's not something you want to start with one blogger and then halfway through a tour change your mind, say, you know what, I think I'd rather have Everwood Stop look different, because that's going to require a lot of organization in advance. So the question that comes up a lot, what should I send a blogger? Honestly, it's different for every blogger, but let me go ahead and show you what I have going on here. I'm going to head over to my site, and I host a number of tours on my site, and I've gotten to the point where I've done this so much that there are certain things I like to see no matter what. Let me see if I can't pull up what I just did here for myself. Okay, so this is a tour. This is actually a post I just did for myself for another site, and I decided to go ahead and post it on my site just because. So this is a sample here. This is a tour that Timothy Bateson is putting together for me, and Jin Okubo just got done putting together for me. So here is, you have your title, a small introduction. Bloggers like to do, some bloggers prefer doing a little intro into who it is you are talking about. The focus should be the author's name, not the book title. If this were a site with J.K. Rowling, you would see her name there, not Harry Potter's. The author's name should always be the emphasis. And then there's a link back to my website. This is called an embedded link. The link is actually http://www.angelabchrysler.com. A lot of bloggers consider those to be ugly, so they embed them to clean it up to make it look more professional. So this is an embedded link. If you click it, it's going to open up a new link and take you right to the homepage of my site. And if this were on somebody else's website, you would be directed just to the homepage. You have a head title, and then you have book title followed by the series and number of the book in the series. And that is the professional format as desired by Goodreads and Amazon. This is the format that I follow in all my style guides. And then you have the book blurb, you have the book featured, and then you have the button for pre-order, which again opens its own link and takes you to the Amazon buy page. This is 1 book showcased, 2 books showcased, 3 book, 4 book, and then there is a what is the author working on now, and it goes over two coming attractions projects, and then you have an excerpt here about the author, and then connect with Angela. And these again are very, very important. You see official site, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. Now the question is, what does it take to get all this together? And I'm going to show you here now. If I were to pull this from anybody else randomly and try and pull this down, it would take me about 2 hours at least. That's not including hunting for pictures, just to build this kind of a post. Because it's myself, I was able to throw it together in a few minutes. Because the information is readily available. If the information is not readily available, that's when things can get very, very difficult for a blogger. So it's very, very important for an author to follow the guidelines of a blogger and to get the information requested in an orderly fashion. Now, this is something new that's recently popped up. What you are looking at is WordPress in the background. This is the visual. This is approximately how the post is going to look once it's posted. I can hit preview changes here to get an idea without leaving edit mode what the post is going to look like. But there is another road here called text. And this is where all the HTML gibberish is hidden away. This right here is Blogger Gold. If I were to take this, and I just did this with Timothy, and just copy that, I can virtually walk over to any post, plug in the exact HTML code. It's on text. And there it is, exactly as I want it. Now, this doubles for the Goodreads. We are doing a book blast. So let me go ahead and take a look here now. I'm going to show you what we do here. So let's head down to the Brain to Books book blast. There's the takeover. And because it's HTML code, it can virtually be plugged into anything that reads HTML. Goodreads focuses on just that. So I'm going to go down to my page. Okay. And I'm going to plug that in here, and I'm going to hit post. And everything converted. Virtually everything converted exactly as I needed it to. So if you are looking to build your post and you are familiar with HTML code, you are familiar with getting your way around Goodreads, this is a very simple fix to something quick. And again, I built the post here like I normally do, like I wanted it to look. And you can easily save it or reserve it somewhere, copy that HTML code, and then plug it in. So when you have a blogger who's asking for information, the easiest thing you can do for them is build your own post, then just copy, cut, paste the HTML code, send it to them, and they can literally take 2 seconds to plug it in. It is effortless. That is, I can't tell you, as a blogger, when authors do that for me, they instantly are posted. I have over 20 posts to build right now, but I have to build each of them from scratch. It is literally about 3 days worth of work because it is so time consuming. And if somebody doesn't give me the correct information in the right order, I have to contact them again, and we can play email tag for several days before I get the correct information. So that's something that you want to consider with blog touring. Let's see here. When it comes to getting information to the appropriate people. The other thing you need to look at, let me go ahead and head over here, is we have an author packet. Let me see if I can find mine. There it is. There's the author packet. An author packet is a collection of information. It's basically an author's resume that you have on hand at all times. And let me see here. Confirm that I've got, nope, it's not there. All right. Let me try to figure out how to do this because it's not screen sharing anymore. I know what to do. I need you guys to see this. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and build a new post, and I'll just put it here. And then you can see it from there. Okay. All right, there it is. I think that's it. Okay. Perfect. All right, so this is it. This is my author packet. Basically, it's my name, author packet. Here's my about the author information right here. And this is your basic what this packet includes. My name, author pick, attached is JPEG, the motto I have, email address, book titles, and it clarifies that I have X amount of books physically published versus my upcoming release, website. I think the biggest mistake authors make with an author packet is they assume that what they consider common knowledge, because they've been working with it so long because it's themselves, they forget that other people don't have this information. So it's very easy to think, oh yeah, I've got 2 publications out. Everyone knows that. And it's very human to make that mistake. So just a reminder that they have no clue if you're published or not, if you have 19 books out versus 1. They have no idea. Then there's an author bio. Please keep in mind how small that is. Some authors or bloggers prefer a long bio. Some prefer only a short snippet, a couple sentences, and that's it. I think I have a total of 2 sentences here for my bio. Social media links. And this is literally a collection of all my social media links. And then about the books. There is the book covers attached as a JPEG. This is the genre. Again, something else that's quite often forgotten, which can really cause complications for a blogger, is the genre here. It's high epic fantasy. I can't tell you how many times I've received information from an author, and not knowing the genre is huge, because not knowing the genre determines how you're going to sell it, who you're going to sell it, and marketing. YouTube book trailer. Here's the link for the book trailer. No short codes. And then the blurb for the book, the buy link, and here is the, okay, I don't know how I did that. And here is the short code. Now, when you actually look over here, I actually provide the HTML code right there. Copy paste the below code into the text of your website right there. And there's more of it, so they get the review from Goodreads, which is also included. So this is the Amazon Buy Share Preview link that you embed into a page. Every Amazon ebook with a sample has this option available on Amazon. So you can virtually copy, cut, paste, and embed any book you want into your website. In addition to that, if you have it set up to affiliate with Amazon, you get paid for the referral. It is a huge potential that a lot of authors aren't aware of. Dolearn Shadow Goodreads Review HTML embed code. And again, you have this beautiful option, and you can rig this so only the positive reviews show. If you don't want 1s and 2s showing, then they won't. I think I have mine set up so only 4s or 5s show. So that's one way to set that up. And again, this is an HTML embed code that you pull off of Goodreads. And then I have my information here for Broken, same thing. And I'll have the same thing available with Fire and Lies once that's up. So that is your author packet. That is something you should always have available to you every single time anytime you publish a book, probably every 6 months. Like a real resume, you want to update that. So I think that concludes everything I wanted to go over with blog tours. So any questions, please, as always, post below. Contact me at angelabchrysler@gmail.com. You can go to brain2books.com, contact, and there's a form there, and I receive, just again, be sure to clarify with that subject line what this is regarding so I know which of my events this is referring to. And that concludes everything. Thank you.